Hello and welcome to another episode of Red Plays Pokemon Sun. Now, in this episode, disclaimers, I made a recording boo-boo and I failed to record the game audio at the time when I did this video. And so, the original plan was not to do episode 10 altogether, but we felt like it's quite a significant episode because this is where we attempt the first Grand Trial on Melemele Island. So we thought it might be a better choice to go ahead with the episode anyway, and to insert the background music, but that still leaves us without the in-game sound. So I hope you guys don't mind that, and let's get on with it. And hopefully I can fill up the silence with my audio clutter, my oral clutter. Okay, Nevi, come back. Achilles. Nevi ran off into the meadow here. Okay, it's a rather large meadow, and there's Nevi right there. I think got distracted by the flowers. They're very pretty yellow flowers. And right after it got into so much trouble on the bridge too. What if a wild Pokemon attacks it? It doesn't have any moves it can use to battle. Well, it can run away. I mean, that's an option, right? I mean, all of us at some point have played the games. We have escaped from battles at least once, I think. I mean, sometimes you just don't feel like fighting anymore, or you were conscientious about fighting every battle you got into, and then what happened was your Pokemon became rather over-leveled. Even if you went to a presumably new area, you were still over-leveled by maybe 2, 3, even 4 or 5 levels, and there wasn't really much point into fighting the wild battles. I mean, short of maybe completing your Pokedex and all that, you just escape. Yeah, I mean, everyone has done something like that. I've done it a lot. Of course, the smart thing to do would be just to get repelled and not to have to deal with that in the first place, but sometimes, you're just lazy. I don't know, am I the only one here who does that? Maybe I'm the weird one, but anyway. There's a lot of flowers to wade through here before we can get to Nevi. So let's fill the time, Let's see. At the point of recording, I had just watched the Rogue One movie. It had received a rather decent score. In fact, a rather good score on Rotten Tomatoes. That's at the point of recording, it's 85%, and some publications, even compared it, to The Empire Strikes Back, which, in the Star Wars universe, that's the standard to match. Presumably, the Empire Strikes Back was, I think, widely agreed to be the best movie in the entire Star Wars universe. So, there were some publications comparing this movie to, The Empire Strikes Back, and I don't want to do like a full-blown review and obviously not want to give away any spoilers at this point in time, because presumably the movie is going to be maybe 1 or 2 weeks out only, and not everyone's going to see it. Anyway, I thought, I mean, it's not the worst Star Wars movie. It certainly isn't. Compared to the prequels, but certainly isn't up there, with the pantheon that is The Empire Strikes Back. I don't think so. But I will say it is refreshing. It is new. It's not a rehash of any of the previous episodes. By previous, I mean the episodes that are already out. Unlike The Force Awakens, which was a rehash of A New Hope, and many videos online on YouTube do that topic much more justice than I do. So you could check those out. Well, I still liked it though. I mean, the first half was a bit slow, but it started to pick up speed, and it culminated in a rather nice third act. And that probably is the majority opinion that you'll be reading online with the reviews. I like the I mean the battles were really well done. That much is for sure. Characters, I'm not so sure about that. Sometimes you feel like what kind of value did such a character have in everything that just happened? But still, I would encourage you guys to go see it. Well, partly because there isn't much to see this holiday season either. But still, I'm sure the fans will find plenty to be happy about. People who haven't watched any of the movies would be quite lost, but at this point I think it's hard to find anyone, even if they haven't watched the movie, the cinematic universe, that is, the Star Wars cinematic universe, who is entirely unfamiliar with the lore of Star Wars, so I think most people should be fine. Okay, so long story short, it's a decent movie. Go see it. I think it's at least worth the money. It's not perfect. It's not Empire Strikes Back level, in my opinion, but it's still good. Okay, so we found Nebby here, and it's gotten in trouble with Lily, its anxious guardian, and I should thank Brione too. Yes, our partner doing a lot of heavy lifting. I read something interesting in a book once. It seems the Pokemon called Oricorio changes appearance by feeding on the nectar from different types of flowers. It's not actually evolving, but undergoing a so-called form change. Isn't that interesting? I thought it was anyway. That is interesting. I think I don't have an Oricorio yet, but if I get one, and if I use one, I will definitely bear that in mind. I mean, not the first Pokemon to have different forms. I mean, Deoxys is probably the most famous one, because it's legendary, and its various forms feature in the Uber format in Smogon University's different Pokemon battle formats. Hey, Achilles. Oh, and Lily's with you too. What are you up to, Hao? Just finished up my trial. Okay. Hey, Achilles. I want to see if I really learned anything from my trial. Let me battle you again. Well, whatever makes you happy. I wonder how his team has grown since the last time. Okay, so he's got Pikachu now. I think it was a Pichu the last time. So yeah, some progress. Shouldn't be too hard though. Barks is way over leveled at this point. So we should clean that up easily. And we'll move on to the next order of business, as it were. Litten, should I switch my Pokemon? No. We are the exact type to counter Litten after all. I don't know, I think based on, I don't have any solid numbers to back my assertion, but it seems like Litten is one of the, if not the most popular, at least the second most popular pick among Pokemon trainers, players in Sun and Moon. I think I'm one of the few who's bothered to pick Popplio. I mean, I can see why. The starter form is not exactly as adorable as, say, Rowlet or Litten. And, people have a soft spot for... Oh, yes, Melf has evolved into Persian. I mean, something to be happy about, although you know, I don't think it's which Melf or Persian is going to be a permanent fixture in my team. Will normally... Okay, so let's see. It's round face and smooth coat, softer than the most high-class velvet, have made this a very popular Pokemon in Alola. Okay, I hope they're not skinning Persians all over for their fur, because that's what happens in the real world. I mean, you know, if you happen to be an animal with very nice fur, then I'm sorry, but the fashion world demands your pelts, and there'll be hunters coming after you. But problem, you know, getting better nowadays, people getting more animal friendly. They're like, you know, you have to respect animal rights. And even if not, you have to at least oppose animal cruelty. Looks like we're both getting pretty strong. But I wonder if I'll ever really be able to beat my Grams at this rate. Hey there, Achilles. Knew I could count on you, yeah? Yes, we found Lily, who was lost in a field of yellow flowers, so I don't think that's a bad thing. What's this then? Have you finished your first trial too? I bet you used some styling moves, yeah? Hao doesn't seem very confident here. Hala's probably rubbing his hands together in glee right about now. Oh yeah, what do you mean? It's all a part of the trials, yeah? After you clear one island's trials, you've got to battle that island's kahuna. And taking on the island kahuna in battle is called the Grand Trial. For someone like me who's researching Pokemon moves, nothing could be better than the chance to see some more fierce Pokemon battles. I don't know about fears. See, once again, Hao is having a bit of a confidence problem here, it seems. He doesn't think he can escape the shadow of his grandfather, the Kahuna Hala's greatness. But, I mean, if this story plays out like most other Japanese plots, you know, in anime and shows, in Japanese culture, then, you know, a running theme that's quite common is the young surpassing the old. So you know, I mean, this arc would probably play out with Hao eventually surpassing his grandfather, and you know, the pride that goes along with it, and how his grandfather as a mentor and as a grandfather being proud of him for having surpassed his accomplishments as the island kahuna. It's a very common theme, so I expect to see something like that happen in time. I mean, we see similar themes in shows like Naruto, especially Naruto. Actually, they keep banging on that theme even towards the end, and even now with Naruto's son, you know, possibly being in the position of surpassing his father, who in his turn was in the position of surpassing his predecessors, his leaders, when he was a young boy. So yes, I sure expect to see something of the sort happen. Okay, so now we're supposed to make our way to the Grand Trial. Okay, so this person needs a favor. What's that? He's here on his honeymoon, and my beautiful bride has completely fallen for this Pokemon you have here called Rockruff. She just can't get enough of its curled little tail and that rocky fur around its neck. I've heard you can find them in 10 Carat Hill, but I'm really lost here. Could you go to 10 Carat Hill and catch one for me? If you do, then I can check out this information in your decks. Then I can go catch one myself. I'll even pay you for your hassle. Think of it as a bit of part-time work, okay? Why do you need me to catch it so that you can catch it? You already know where it is. I mean, you're the one telling me that it's in 10 Carat Hill, so why can't you go and catch it yourself? But I suppose free cash for me. I'll go and catch one when I have the time. I mean, outside this video, of course. Yeah, for those of you worrying that, I am skipping stuff and, not going back, not circling back to make sure that I complete everything. Trust me, I have OCD when it comes to completing games like this. Every time after I finish recording, I'll backtrack and, just go back and cover any ground that I've not covered during the recording process. I'm looking forward to see what moves you and your Pokemon will pour your soul into now that you've gone and cleared your first trial, Achilles. It's true, I'm not a trainer, so I'm sure I don't really understand how hard it must have been. But even I think it's a great achievement. And Nebby agrees. The Melemele Kahuna is strong, cousin. I don't doubt it. He's a trainer who can use fighting-type Pokemon to the fullest, yeah? Okay, fighting-type Pokemon. Should not be a problem at all. I mean, I don't have moves to counter it at this point in time, but we should be fine. At least we have neutral coverage and we're over-leveled, so I don't expect it to be much of a problem. You think? Yes, we are definitely ready. I've been waiting for this. Okay, nice. We have stepped onto the sumo ring once again. And look at that, a sumo stomp, as it were. Taking up a stance. Allow me to properly greet the young adventurers embarking on their island challenge. I am Hala, the Kahuna of Melemele Island. Shall we begin? Yeah, I'm waiting on you. The final trial here on Melemele Island will be a Pokemon battle against me, the Kahuna. It is known as the Grand Trial. Well, Achilles, you have been entrusted with the Sparkling Stone by Tapu Koko. Now show me you and your partner Brione and your team's full power. Let old Hala here... Okay, old Hala here will also be going all out. Let the Grand Trial begin. Yes, get it on already. All this posturing. I mean, I get it's the Grand Trial, so I suppose there's a bit of showmanship that goes along with it. And for all that showmanship, you throw out a Mankey. Well, I would like to say nice, but oh well. Although the Mankey does occupy... Oh, I forgot. Yes, I do have moves that are super effective against fighting type Pokemon. That's an excellent thing. Okay, anyway, I was saying Mankey occupies a special place in my heart because when I was a young boy playing Pokemon Yellow, I didn't exactly know about team building and all that, and I kind of just, used any Pokemon that I happened to catch, and I didn't really update my team until very much later when my friends told me that I could do that. I mean, you must understand that at that point in time, I was actually playing the game in Japanese. I didn't have access to the translated versions, so I was playing Pokemon Yellow and everything was in Japanese. I couldn't really understand the thing. I actually made my way through it by trial and error, so... But I do remember that I caught a Mankey and it stayed in my team and eventually evolved into a Primeape. So yes, it's a member of my very first Pokemon team in Pokemon Yellow all those years ago. What will Slowpoke do? Yes, we'll just confuse the crap out of this crap. Okay, looks like we'll do it again. Not a problem. Thought I would have some fun with Slowpoke instead of Barks, because I mean Barks would just one-shot everything. It's not very interesting. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, Pikachu is now level 23. No, we don't want to learn double team. Yes, and that concludes our grand trial, I think, with a glorious victory over the Kahuna Hala. The results come as no surprise to me. What a fine trainer and what fine Pokemon too. Tapu Kokoko. Right. Oh, and almighty Tapu Koko agrees. Perhaps Tapu Koko is hoping that a day may come when you will grow strong enough. Guessing enough comes next. Enough to battle it as well. Accept the Z Crystal. It allows trainers to share their power with their partner Pokemon. Okay, so it's fighting type. I expect to get a fighting type Z Crystal. Yes, there it is. Excellent stuff. We've gotten our second Z Crystal already. Fantastic. And there it says, Grand Trial complete. And the best part is we will get to see him pose in that ridiculous pose. Observe, Achilles. If you wish to use the fighting type Z power, move your arm like this. Then bend your hips like this and pose. Right, so it's a Seikenzuki, from karate. A straight fist, that's the literal translation of Seiken, the most basic punch. I think most people will be familiar with it, when you were young and you were interested because fight those people doing those kung fu or karate movies look so cool, and you maybe pestered your parents to let you learn it, and that would probably be the first or second thing that they teach you right after how to maybe tie your uniform and to take a basic stance. That's the first thing they teach you, the basic Seikenzuki. Okay, some philosophizing from Hala. You will surely meet Tapu Koko again someday. Yes, I think we will. Of that, I'm not very much in doubt. Whoa there, Tauros. I've got an idea. How about I set you up so you can ride my Tauros whenever you like? No reason why he shouldn't get to enjoy the island challenge too. Well, okay, sure. I'll take care of all the little things you'll need in order to ride a Pokemon, Achilles. That's very generous of you, thank you very much. You've attained a right pager. Excellent. Why don't you hop on there? Nice. Oh, but look at how excited Hau is in the background. The world looks a bit different from atop a mighty Tauros, eh? See, Achilles, he's still jumping around like an idiot. Here in Alola, our Pokemon lend us their strength and let us write about on them. Let me explain some of the gear I gave you. Your right pager is a tool that lets you summon a right Pokemon. According to the instructions, you need only press the Y button to turn on your right pager and use the B button to dash. And your riding wear will be the special outfit you wear when riding Pokemon. Excellent stuff. I wish I could change the color scheme a little bit, but can't complain, it's free. Have a little romp around Alola. With Tauros here, I'm sure you'll be charmed by him. When you use your right pager, right Pokemon will kindly come running to help you wherever you may be. Excellent. So we get teleporting Pokemon. Congratulations, Achilles. I hope you find your right pager useful. I worked on developing it with a friend of mine. I'm amazed you won without even using your Z-Power. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm glad the game noticed. That's kind of cool. Like, hey, you did it without using the crutch that we gave you. Well done. Yeah, well, it wasn't really hard, but still, nice that they acknowledged it. Very well then. Off on your island challenge. Alright, Achilles. With a little help from Taurus, you can smash right through those big rocks on Route 1. Okay, so we can finally get to all those items that were hidden behind those rocks. I think I'll get to all those outside of recorded footage. Oh, nice! That's a very useful TM to have, a false swipe TM. So, in case I would like to replace my Snorlax, I can teach another Pokemon false swipe and have it become the next capture specialist. So I would be stuck having Snorlax and its hold back move, which has proven very useful so far in filling up my Pokédex. When you're done with that, head on down to the marina in Howley City. Okay, sure. So you're going to have to report back to our mum to tell her that we have successfully cleared all the trials on Melemele Island. And then we'll take a boat to the next island. It's very exciting stuff. We finally cleared the first island and we can move on in terms of the story. Okay, so she wants a favor from us. Sure. Its real home is very far away from here, and I want to help it get home. It's like I told you before. Nevi saved my life once when I was in trouble. Now I want to save it. I feel like there's not much I can do on my own since I'm not a Pokemon trainer. But if I had a real trainer like you helping me, Achilles, then maybe. Okay, but I probably shouldn't ask a near stranger to help, right? Well, you can when you're attractive. I know it's just my own wish and it has nothing to do with you. Of course I will help. Oh, thank you so much, I'm so glad. I really didn't know what else to do. Then, I suppose, the two of us will be heading to the next island as well. Okay, glad to have your company, I suppose. Alright, so I think this is a good time to call this an episode. As always, leave us a like if you liked the video, leave some comments if you have any thoughts, and remember to subscribe. We put out videos once every 2 and 3 days. I'll see you in the next episode of Red Plays Pokemon Sun.